Wait. Judith is Grimcat? I know, Mr. JRPG. We have to have a long discussion about what this means for the rest of the plot for this game. It changes literally everything. That means that Nina must be like a traveling street performer.
Off we go.
Oh, you're back. Welcome back, everyone. I suspect something unexpected happened, but I'm glad to see you well all the same. It's a long story. The long and short of it is, Van ended up seeing, "Can we please drop this and move on?" Oh, come on, don't be mad just because she put the smack down on you. Just glad you were able to bring her back safe and sound. Didn't realize you knew her personally, though. Guess there was no reason for me to keep her identity a secret after all, huh? Sure, but you still did the right thing. When you're dealing with customers, trust is everything. You footed the bill, by the way. You don't need to pay us a single mira. Well, thank you. I'll be going then. Or, you know, you can still pay us out of the goodness of your heart. If you ever need anything else while you're in town, just let me know. Nice, Henry. Let's play together again sometime. I'd like that too. The two of them became fast friends. They did. He taught her a lot of songs and games that are popular here in Long Lai. Glad to hear it. Man, though, is it ever getting late? I don't know about you guys, but I'm feeling kind of bushed. Think we could head back to the inn and rest? I still want to play. There are a lot of fun things to do at the inn, too, you know. It has a big outdoor spring you might like. What a nice idea it would be for us all to go in for a soak before dinner. Okay. You guys do look tired, so let Yume give you some TLC. Thanks, kiddo. I'm surprised she learned that expression before. Guess that stubborn old man's rubbing off on her. Group made their way back to the inn where they relaxed in their rooms and indulged in its facilities to unwind. They also took time to report the cryptid-like beast's defeat to the guild while also letting Nina and Bermati know that Judith has been found. Dinner was reserved for 6:30 p.m. Before that, however, they decided to do a little something else to make the most of their trip to Long Lai.
Enough with the seduction act.
I can't let my act get rusty while I'm not on stage, you know? But damn, this water doesn't feel good. There's springs over in Longport, but this is next level. What, is the kid not coming in? Feels like a waste to come all this way and not use the outdoor spring.
Yeah, I did invite him, but he said he was too tired and was just gonna settle with a shower.
Weird. Didn't seem like he was afraid of showing off that skinny-ass body or whatever.
There's plenty of cultures out there that don't do public bathing. Could just be that. But you're right that it's a waste not to come in. I'll see if he wants me to reserve the place for him later.
Like some overprotective parent. Well, that kiddo might not be here to give you some TLC, but I am. How about it? This do it for you? Old farts like you love these kinds of poses, right?
Oh, knock it off. Just because you were born with looks and talent doesn't make it okay to abuse them.
Made you hard?
I'm limp as a damn noodle!
What are they even talking about over there? Who knows? I can't believe those two. though I'm sure it was Aaron who was the one who started it. Your hair is so smooth, Reset. Can I wash it for you?
I would be delighted if you did.
Yume really does have a way of becoming fast friends with anyone. I think of her as my little sister at this point. She reminds me of my younger siblings back home. I almost forgot you're an older sister. It doesn't feel quite right to me somehow. Maybe for you, but for me, Kazen doesn't come home very often. So I actually feel way more like an older sister than a younger one. I see. You'll probably always be the latter to me. Sorry. You're definitely the older sister type, though. Your hair is so long, and your skin's smooth like porcelain. You're so curvy, too. Well, I like the way your hair is fluffy like kitten's fur. And your skin's so lustrous with such a beautiful tone. It's silky to the touch. I love it. You really think so? I'm covered in scars, though. Maybe so, but you got those protecting people like us and loved ones back home, didn't you? I really don't want you to get hurt, of course, but I see those scars more as proof of the sacrifices you've made for others, and so they make me all the more proud of you. Aw, thank you. By the way, this might be out of nowhere, but what kind of person do you think Van's type is? Pardon? A long time ago, I remember asking Ida how people usually behave when staying over somewhere. And she said they usually talk about romance and stuff, like who the people close to them might be in love with. Ida really didn't beat around the bush, huh? I'm sure potential partners for him would need to be over a certain age. So, not us. He sees us more as children. He's so nice, though, isn't he? He makes it look like he's not paying that much attention to us, but it feels like he always is. Yes, I would have to agree. But, for example, he isn't the same with us as he is with Reset and Judith. Elaine, too. It's always like he acts with a lot less restraint towards them. Now that you mention it...
Man, I've seen them all in the sauna before. But you sure got hella scars, huh? Bet they come with a ton of shady stories to tell.
Not gonna deny it. That's just how it is when you're in this business.
I'll bet. Especially when you've got connections with PMCs, the Society, Heiyue, and a bunch of other dicey groups. Sounds like you backed up the Mirage side during the war a couple years ago, too. Then your ex is an A-rank bracer, and you've got a partner in crime in the CID. A ton might even be selling it short.
Keep it up with the wild guesses. Too sharp for his own good.
So, you went to high school with those two, right?
Give me a break here. Your intuition is something else, you brat.
Doesn't need to be something else in this case. The small fry might not have noticed, but Miss Perfect sure has. You're just so easy to read. It's like you're not even trying to hide this stuff.
Cutting right to the chase, huh? I mean, you're right. It's not like I'm going out of my way to hide it, but...
You just never volunteered either. Same difference. Almost bizarre how you hold your cards close to your chest while using your whole Spriggan deal to meddle in others' affairs. How you always dive headfirst to protect us from danger, whatever the cost to yourself. Like you aren't worth a damn.
Putting it like that's a little...
You try to disguise it. You get real pushy when it comes to Mira and make a show of boiling everything down to debts paid or owed. But it's all talk, isn't it? At least when it comes to us, you're all give and no take. And I hate how you're making me leave my debt to you forever unpaid. I get it though. You're scared, aren't you? We all owe you in some way or another. It's part of why I came all the way over to the capital to help out. Not a big part, though. Half for sightseeing, half for revenge, and like 1% repaying you.
Oh, no doubt.
But that's not true for the others. They're here because they're grateful to you. Well, they're grateful and they worry about leaving you alone because you're a danger to yourself. We're closer than you think, and not just in age. Maybe think about how liked you actually are next time you want to pull the sacrificial lone wolf act. Not that I care what happens to you, just to be clear. Get out of here with that shit!
Couldn't help myself. Not often you're this sincere. Though if I've got a little hellion like you worried about me, then I got a long ways to go as a man. Just have to take it one day at a time.
Careful you don't overdo it, Grandpa. Anyway, enough serious talk. We're in a hot springs resort. You gotta tell me all the good night spots. Like where you can get down and dirty in the bath with some hot older girls.
Nowhere, that's where.
Get down and dirty? Goodness, I wonder what that could mean. He really can't help himself, can he?
Wow, everything's all white.
Sorry for leaving her with you all this time, Reset.
Not at all. We've had a lovely time together.
Leave the washing to me whenever you're ready. I want to help wash the boys too. Can I?
I suppose it might be fine if it's just you. We'll have to get there and the owner's okay later.
Flash!
Is something wrong?
Not at all. I'm sorry.
You can see the robot lines on Rosette, and I don't think we've ever got to see that before. You can see it on her neck, and you can see it like where her deltoid is on her shoulder. Very interesting.
We just couldn't help looking at you.
Oh, were you concerned with how my artificial body is faring?
Oh, it's not that.
If anything, it's the opposite. I forgot it's artificial.
That's quite the compliment. I'm not going out of my way to hide anything, so you can look all you like if the sight doesn't displease you.
You have to squint to notice anything different at all.
Oh, I see it now.
This is the joint between two of my artificial parts. All it takes is to wear something over it, and nary a person is likely to notice. Still, while I may sound like an expert, I've only had this body for a year.
I see.
I'm sorry. I didn't mean to sound like I was holding knowledge over you. It's a rather complex story, and much of it is confidential. I wish I could tell you if I'm being truthful.
No, you don't need to apologize. You've gone out of your way to do what you can for us in spite of your limitations. If anything, you've been doing more than you should. It makes me, well, I can't help but compare myself to you and feel a little inadequate.
You, yes?
You see, I have numerous skills and knowledge because I was intended to be that way. My skills have been refined and my body modified to best serve my purpose. However, the both of you also have roles that only you can fulfill. Roles that I suspect are much more important to Arkwright Solutions than my own.
You really think so?
I don't know. That's kind of hard to imagine.
Don't worry about it too much for now. Just try to take it to heart as wisdom from your elders. To add, while my body might differ from that of an ordinary human's, I am still 20 years old, as I once told you all. I'm not an enchantress who is much older than she appears, or anything to that effect.
Understood.
Good to know, Reset. We're so close in age, and yet she's so much wiser than me.
What's an enchantress? Oh, Yume! Are you all talking about work? I want to help you all when I'm big too. Grandpa said I couldn't, but I'm not gonna listen to him.
I'm sure hearing that would make him a bit sad.
I know I'd be happy to have you on the team, though. Oh, for sure.
Sure is noisy over there. But I guess that's what happens when 3/4 of the group are kids.
They're just in what I call the Hot Springs vacation spirit. Think it's probably time we got out anyways.
Oh, for sure.
Oh, getting in the bath with everyone does seem like it would help me get to know them all better. But I doubt they work out the truth that easily. But I couldn't be as comfortable as I can with Gran and the others back home. Still, it would be a waste just to have a shower, so maybe I'll sneak in later once everyone's done.
Guessing they're implying that Van was right all along. Or at least on the right track. Is this where we go to eat? Now this is fancy. It's so grown up. Really is a lovely room. But there's other customers here, so we probably shouldn't be eating here when we've got a kid with us. Maybe we should eat in the lounge where we had lunch instead. There's no need for concern. This room has been well soundproofed. He isn't going to be a bother to anyone. Well, if you're sure, in that case, I think it would be rude to turn them down. All the other customers do seem to have their own rooms. We prepared the same room you used last night.
Thanks! Yesterday's food was really good, so I can't wait for...
Oh, it's a lady from earlier. Good evening, Judith. Almost forgot you were staying in the same place as us.
Oh, right. You did say that you were here for a few days on vacation. Well, I'll just be going then. Wait! I need food!
Really sorry to ask, but could I have my meal in my room? I'd be happy to pay you extra for the trouble. Oh, if that's what you prefer, then we'd be happy to accommodate you. There's no need to pay extra, however. See to getting your room ready. Maybe one of Van's friends, too, huh? What are you doing, Yume? When did you get there? What's your name? You're so pretty. I'm Yume. I'm gonna be a cute waitress at Montmartre one day. Really? Isn't that something? A little help here? Yume, Yumes, she's not... My name's Judith. It's nice to meet you, Yume. You too. Come have dinner with us. Eating by yourself is so lonely. It'll be way more fun together. Hold on. What would you like us to do? Well, we do know her, so I guess it's up to our friend over there. The menu changes daily here, so we'd both be getting the same options regardless, right? Yes, that's correct. We can accommodate either decision, just let us know what you would prefer. Listen, Yume, you aren't going to come join us. And Yume wins this round. Didn't stand a chance. I don't think any of us would. Fine. Bring my food here, please. I accept my fate. Yay. We're happy for you, Yume. Hope this isn't too much trouble. Not at all. We'll get everything ready at once. You'll eat where you please, sucker? We're all Van's friends. I don't know if we all want to be Van's friends. And Van has some sucker tendencies, but, you know. This tastes so good. Careful, or you're gonna get it all over you again. I never would have thought you were the infamous Grim Cat causing trouble in the capital. Even after seeing you in that outfit, I'm still having a hard time believing it. I don't blame you. Like I said though, your secret's safe with us, don't stress. Thank you again for saving us back at Al Jumeirah, by the way. Don't mention it. You were only there because of a job from me and Nina. It was the least I could do. I think I can trust that you won't tell anyone, though, especially since you seem to have your own stuff you want to keep quiet. Still, if it gets out, it gets out. I'm even prepared to abandon my career as an actress if that happens. You are. I guess if you didn't have that much resolve, you wouldn't target bigwig politicians and the like in the first place. How many other people know your identity other than us? A handful, but they're all people who have different sides of their own. I've somehow managed to keep the whole film industry in the dark, though. Seriously, please don't tell anyone. I'll even pay you hush money if I have to. No, your hush money's no good here. Happy to pick up more work from you, though. But you know, it's been 8 years now since all the Phantom Thief hubbub started. So what, you've been living a double life like this since you were a kid? Yeah, I started out as a thief and an actress at the same time when I was 14. Can't say it's been easy, but I had rivals in both fields who spurred me on. Mom and Grammy were against my decision, but back when they had the mantle, just can't stop putting your foot in your mouth, can you? I can't help but be curious about your family and rivals, though. Been polite to pry too much, however. Oh, come on. Let us learn a little bit about Judith, you know? Come on. If we're gonna waste our time on vacation, we should at least learn something that's interesting. Still, hearing that reminds me of some things I've read in the past. So you're not the first Grim Cat, then. There were a couple more before you. So much for not prying. I really hope I can trust you guys on the secret thing. You can, we got you. It was the Grim Cat in you that put you on Maxim's trail, then. Yeah, I suspected he had something to do with Almada. What? How come? Not just politics and entertainment that have influence in, or that they have influence in, but sports too. There's all kinds of shady rumors floating around about them even now, from them supplying illegal donations to stories of human trafficking. Then I started hearing stories of Maxim traveling around from place to place. Made me start to wonder if that was because he was doing something on behalf of the Mafia. Really sure it isn't, right? Like I said, I can tell you that that's not why he's traveling around. But we can't tell you his actual reason since that's private. True, though he made his mess, so now he's got to clean it up. You don't ease up when it comes to him, do you? He got up to some other dumb stuff in Longport too, but nothing that would cause harm. Marduk's assessment of his potential involvement with Almada was negative as well. Your guys really do look into everyone and everything, huh? Can't believe I screwed up so bad. Things haven't been great lately, so I was just desperate to turn them around. Nina won the Leon d'Or instead of me. Another rival of mine's been doing super good lately. I've been trying my hardest too, but Mom and Grammy just... Oh, but I loved Golden Blood too, though. It was a little bit raunchy, but the action scenes were so cool. Really think so. But I'm not the one who made it raunchy, just to be clear. That's all the director being a filthy pervert. He has to go for the same sexed up angles every single time. I'd believe that if I hadn't seen what you wear as Grimcat. Speaking of, you should try getting him to make a film about Grimcat. There's a role you were born for. Oh, now that I'd pay good money to see. I suspect a lot of people would. Now that you mention it, he'd probably be able to get some hot shots out of that cat suit. No, heck no. Never mention that idea around him ever, or he'd for sure do it. What's a Grimcat? Is it a kitty? I'd watch that. I'm not full yet. Looks like all that running around today finally caught up to her, huh? She's got a bright future up ahead, this one. Sorry for all the trouble she ended up causing you, Judith. Well, it's fine. Don't worry about it. Don't think she'll be letting go anytime soon. You want me to look after her for a while. It's been a long day for me, too, so we can both have ourselves a nice nap. Are you sure? You really don't mind? That'd be great. Thank you. I doubt she'll sleep for more than an hour or two. If she causes you any fuss or you need anything, please let us know. Sure. Can I have your number then? We're in the same hotel. Just go knock on our door. Not even 10 p.m. yet, so this might be a good time to head out. Nothing smells off, but it might be worth walking around just a bit in case. I don't want my assistants picking up on anything, so I think I'll leave them be. Should at least go thank Judith personally and apologize before I head out, though. Hello, Judy. Welcome to Ba Sing Se. She's such a darling. Said she's the granddaughter of your office's landlord. Yeah, they run a pretty popular bistro, actually. My office is on the second floor, and all my part-timers are renting rooms on the third. So your whole crew is beholden to a single Lord of Landing. That seems nice in a way. You never have to worry about where to get a bite, right? True enough, the guy's list of complaints never ends, but he knows how to keep the food nutritious. Which pays for me at this point. Half my crew are kids who are still growing. Now I'm actually feeling kind of jealous. I wish I could live a nice, balanced life like that. My meals and schedule keep getting messed up. What with industry dinners and invites from sponsors and whatnot. I guess that's one advantage to my side business. It's a decent way to spend some calories. Don't tell me your Phantom Thief thing is just a fancy way to lose weight. Of course not. That's ridiculous. Just a plus, that's all. Besides, I think I look just fine, thank you. Not like you had any complaints when you saw. Yeah, about that, I'm real sorry. I wasn't being the most considerate about it. I'll do whatever you'd like to apologize. It's fine, not like I haven't put that much up on the big screen before anyway. Compared to some of the sex scenes and stuff in the R-17 versions of some of Gotti's movies, a quick semi-nude barely registers. Dang though, you really are a pro, not gonna say no to sketchy stuff like that. I'd figure your agency would shoot stuff like that down in a heartbeat. They don't like it, but I usually convince them to give it the green light. It can be a part of making a movie that much better. Now, my mom's the one who really gets on my case about it. I'm so tired of hearing that I shouldn't be loose, that I need to save myself for why am I telling you these things? You say that, but you're the one who keeps walking into it. Still, it's not bad having a family that cares, at least, right? Your grandma was a former chanson singer, yeah? And your mom was big on the stage, right? I'm surprised you know them. I mean, they're not a secret, but that was a while back. Well, they both left a big mark on the world. I still see some of your mom's posters on the walls in some bars. For your grandma, I've heard her on records before. 3 generations of artistic talent, huh? Yes, well, we're blessed, it's true. I'm still nowhere near the Phantom Thief mom was, but I think I'm at least living up to her legacy as an actress. And here I go again. I swear, I can't let my guard down around you for a second. At this point, I'm contractually obligated to point out you keep walking into those yourself. I'm gonna be a movie star too.
Those are impressive results.
Kids trying to sleep, and you guys are having a full-blown convo. I know. The disrespect. Who's over here? Oh. I avoided this scenario last time because I knew what was going to happen. And I know what's going to happen here. I don't actually know, but I have a pretty good idea, and it has to do with Catra. The first time, there was one of these little markers for the hot springs, and I had Catra in my party. We just recruited Catra, and I was like, I don't think I want to go through with this. And now it's another one of those situations. I'm just gonna let it happen. It could not be Catra. Could be someone else. Took a dip before dinner, but it's great to be able to go multiple times a day. Should I take another quick dip to digest? Who knows, maybe I'll get my CP back on everybody. 5 years since then, huh? Never imagined this be how I end up back here. Come to think of it, we made a promise to go on a hot springs trip way back when, huh? It was what? Gonna be to celebrate Renee's graduation. When I ruined the whole thing. Or then I ruined the whole thing. Whatever, no turning back the clock now. I already made my choice. I've thrown away my days with them.
Okay, looks like no one's around. I knew the best time to shoot for would be right after dinner.
What did I say?
I'll really be in for it if Aaron finds me, so I'll make this a short dip. I did only just take a shower. Hopefully a quick wash is good enough before going in. I can barely see a thing. There's so much steam. It really is curious how the oxidation of sulfur can come out so thick. As I recall, it has a positive effect on the skin and soothes chronic pain. Maybe I should convince Gran and Essie to come.
Why are you talking out loud? Man, you sure know your stuff, huh?
Huh? What? Van?
Oh yeah, sorry, I've been in for a while now. Real nice bath, huh? Sorry I didn't say anything earlier, I was kinda lost in thought. You wanted to have the place to yourself, yeah? I'm all warmed up, so I'll leave it to you. Man, I can see everything. Huh? What are you talking about? I got a towel around my waist. But your upper body, you're naked. Your incredible muscles and such are visible. Forget that. I didn't say anything. Come on, I'm not that great compared to folks who really make a habit of flexing their muscles. Anyway, you wanted the place, so I'm good leaving you to it. You should have around half an hour before anyone else comes in, I think. Don't stay in for too long right after eating, though, okay? Also, remember to hydrate once you're done. That was a shock. Suppose I was at fault. I should have made sure no one was here at first. Didn't notice, did he? No, he couldn't have. There shouldn't be that much to see in just the builds of our bodies. I think the heat's getting to me. Once I wash myself, I'll head out. Okay. It does seem like they're setting up Catra to be a transgendered character, which is very interesting. This to me is so much more of a natural way to do it than for Van just to be like, you know, I forgot what he even said. He just said something like out of the blue, but like us coming across this, like Catra being potentially embarrassed or trying to hide it or not ready to reveal it, and we're just like stumbling upon it and stuff like that. So much more natural. Attaboy. Looks like he's making sure to hydrate after his bath. Can I... Man. Hey there, rosy cheeks. Must have gotten nice and warm in the baths, eh? If you want some advice, the best time to go in alone is the early morning. Getting in the first bath after it's been cleaned is great. If you get up early, think about it. How can I not trust the expert on baths? And well, these baths are pretty great. I'll take it under consideration. For now, I'm plenty warm, so I'd like a drink. Do they have anything non-alcoholic?
Alrighty.
I don't know. Let's find out. I didn't want to talk to you. I pressed the Y button. It just
Do you need something?
didn't work.
Please come again.
What's your preferred pronoun, if you remember right? Yes. That was his question. And it just came off so, like, out of nowhere. Super, super strange. This is a Bracer Guild thing. This. I don't know what that could be. Oh, there's somebody on that. Oh, I don't think I can get up there. Yeah, I guess I'll do the blue stuff. Why not? That's not who I think it is it? It kinda looks like Joshua from here. Alright, it's not. So he's still not back. That's bad, a newbie like him out alone in this situation. Enough. Why weren't you keeping an eye on him, Kazan? I'm sure you must have realized that I get it. I'll go out looking for him in a bit. But what bad timing, especially as we kept an eye on the Kunlun Mountains and the Eastern Highway. Rather than complaining, may I suggest you get back to work? Yeah, I'm going. Looks like they're busy searching for someone, I guess. Though, hang on, that stupid serious newbie's not here. So that ended up being a Saido Questo. Who's the super serious newbie? Do I know you? Huh. Was that a Westerner in a kimono? Probably just a tourist or someone renting one. What's up, Gato? Maybe into the church?
Now let us all pray together.
She a sister of the church? No, that can't be right. She isn't even here. Something's funny about all this. band follow a random woman? Good question. Well, at least they're not a ghost. Now the question is, do I pursue, or do I just pretend I saw nothing? I mean, we're definitely... Okay, I thought this was... whatever her name reporter person was, and I was like, what the suckafu are you doing here? Let's chat with Ninja Kimono Chick.
What a lovely breeze.
Oh, you're one of those Almada people. I forget her... Well, she didn't give us her name. It was her and then that guy. I guess we don't technically know that they're Almada. They could be someone else. I highly doubt that they're Ouroboros.
I had merely hoped for a light break, but I feel almost spoiled with how pleasant this has been.
Her voice is pretty familiar.
Out for a little stroll, handsome? You strike me as a tourist. From the capital, perhaps?
Yeah, just here to kick back a little. How about you, relaxing solo? Can't imagine someone like you'd be out here alone.
Oh, quite sadly, it's just me, myself, and I this time. I must admit to being a touch lonely without my oh-so-naughty superior and rambunctious coworker. I have an idea. Won't you be my arm candy instead?
Very appealing invitation, but I'm afraid I've got some business to attend to. Besides, the kids in my crew would never let me hear the end of it if they found us. Think I could take a rain check.
Goodness me. My hopes have been dashed. Well then, have a delightful night. And may you not end up a plaything for anything too nasty.
The fact that I can't remember makes this all the more strange, but this is definitely not a situation to poke my nose into. A liminal city between east and west, the Kunlun and the Tian Shan Mountains. I think I'll just say I met a fox playing at being human here. That said, this fox definitely has all 9 tails.
Now's probably as good a time as any to head over.
You there. Let me talk to you for a minute.
No, thank you. This person looks like an Erebonian. We'll do a safety mark here as well. Looks like someone does live here now after all. Makes sense, it's been 5 years. Wonder if it's someone connected to Taito or Master. Could be just a total stranger though. Maybe this is a good time to stop walking around and give this door a knock.
Who could have business here this late at night?
It is later than 10 p.m. at night, like, and you just knocking on someone's door like this? Come on, man.
Oh, I can't believe you actually came.
Hey, nice night, huh? I don't think I met you before, but I'm thinking you're responsible for spreading word about my work around. Well, less you and more the guy who lives here.
How do you... Oh, you're with them, aren't you?
Dang, he a new guy? Though his reaction definitely says, got me all wrong. My way ain't black, white, or even gray. I'm not here to interfere in whatever you're doing. I was just hoping to pay my respect.
What are you doing, Van?
Gosh, can a brother just go out and chill for the night without the whole freaking entourage just chasing after him? Oh, you followed me, huh?
We happened to notice you looking over this way earlier today.
You mentioned how you lived in Long Lai 5 years ago, so we thought this might be where.
This is so annoying. Like, just leave the man alone. If he wants to go somewhere, let him do that.
That, or maybe you'd taken a page out of that dumb race car driver's book and this was your local girl's place.
Heck no, darn brat. Mr. Arkwright does not strike me as the proper age for multiple mistresses and the like. And he's not filthy rich like Maxim either. Oh, sorry about that. What's even happening here? Is this some act to get me to let my guard down? Well, no matter how outnumbered I am, you won't get the better of me. Who's this stuck-up bozo? We're really sorry about bothering you so late at night. We won't disturb you any longer.
Oh, on the contrary. By all means, come in.
You gotta be kidding me.
Please, stay inside, sir.
No need to be so on guard around them, Cody. They're acquaintances of your sisters, as you very well know. They're also highly regarded by Prince Sharid, Fawn, and Professor Hamilton. I think we can at least afford to trust them as much as the guild does,
I suppose so.
So who's he? Why are you acting all weird? Understandable that you wouldn't know, Miss Al-Fayed. Yeah, but dang, this is some turn of events. Till 2 years ago, you were the most famous man in the whole Republic. What are you doing in a place like this? Is this the president? Is this Rocksmith?
Huh? A love of surprises seems to be part of the job description, looking back through the ages.
Is Cody like a Secret Service agent or something?
The current occupier of my old job is no exception. Still, if not everyone is aware of who I am, then I'd best get to introducing myself.
Wow, it is. That's crazy.
My name is Samuel Rocksmith. I am the previous president of the Republic. It's a pleasure to meet you all, Arkwright Solutions.
Ryuga Roran of the Taito School. Haven't been able to visit in 5 years, and heck, we never even met, but your student told me to give you his regards. Is Taito another style of Eastern fist fighting? Yeah, it's not as big as the Gekka school, but a whole lot of skilled warriors use it. The immovable's part of it, and the direwolf's techniques are based off of it too. I'm no expert in these matters, but that makes it sound quite incredible to me. For sure, unfortunately, when the head of the school died over 10 years ago, his students dispersed all over the place. Since my own master was a friend of his, he looked after his dojo after that. That's how I ended up staying here for about half a year. Now I see. But the martial art that you know now isn't Taito, is it? Indeed, nor is it the Gekka school. I believe it was called the Kunlun school. Yeah, it's a school that draws inspiration from both the East and West. My master was Western, but he decided to train in that school, and then he passed it on to me. Fate sure is a funny thing. Feels like fate brought us here too. Still, does the fact that you're talking about your master in the past tense mean? Yeah, he died 3 years ago. He might have been like a father figure to me, but he had a boatload of other students, and not all of them in martial arts. Heard he died protecting one of his more respectable ones. I wish I'd be able to be with him when the time came, but I guess the least I can do is make an offering for him here. Man, well, I guess we can join you.
So he is the Roaring Lion's unofficial student. The Spriggan who serves as a bridge between light and darkness. What a fascinating young man. I'm interested in everyone with him, too, including her, naturally.
You knew my master and Master Ryuga, Mr. President. I most certainly did. I met them both in my younger years. Though I regret to say the opportunity to see them was rare after I took up office 12 years ago. Still, your master and I did come together to mourn Master Ryuga's passing. That makes sense. So, what was your sorta pops's name, Aaron? Talk about being oblivious. I'm not sure if I'm at liberty to tell you that. His name was Gunther Barkhorn. He was a traveling priest for the Septian Church. If Mr. JRPG is here, wasn't... Ooh. This would technically be a spoiler for a past Trails game, so I have to word this correctly. There's a character who was trained by I forget what they call the super church people. I forget what Dominion. Yes, there's a Dominion that trained a character, and that character became a Dominion, and then that trainer guy dies. That is Gaius' teacher and succeeded his position. No. I tried to avoid it, and then I just read that out loud, and whatever. Okay, so Barkhorn is the guy for that. Interesting. I remember some things. Wait, what? So he went around doing work for the church. Far and wide, yes. That is his profession. That being his profession is a surprise, though. It certainly is. So how did a priest become a master of martial arts in the first place? Well, he wasn't your ordinary priest, to put it mildly. I was more an unofficial student of his, but he had a whole lot of crazy official ones, too. Compared to them, I was a total failure, and honestly, way more trouble than I was worth. Man, sounds like he was a wonderful master and father. That is how I came to be in charge of this residence. Been living in seclusion here ever since, conceding 2 years ago. I visit the capital on occasion, but I spend most of my time here living a simple life, enjoying the springs whenever it suits me. What I would give to have a life like that. Perhaps in 40 years or so you can. Speaking of youth, I ought to introduce my friend here. Warrant Officer. This is Warrant Officer Cody McMillan. He's affiliated with Hercules and a member of the Secret Service. Hey, I got that right too. He is the younger brother of 2nd Lieutenant Caleb McMillan, whom I believe you met in Basel. Oh, I can see it now. You're right, they do look somewhat alike. 2 siblings in the CID, huh? So is Renee your...
He's not my direct superior if that's what you're thinking, even if he has helped me in my work. While my sister and I at least have some things in common with Chief Ruron, we don't see eye to eye with your friend on very fundamental issues.
Ah, I getcha. What are you talking about? Did we just wander into some kind of internal dispute in the CID? Not quite. I was well acquainted with Cody and Kayla's father. It was a true shame that he lost his life fighting against the Empire, but that was what led Cody to agree to work under me. My father has nothing to do with my motivations, Mr. President. I serve you because I believe this country needs you. You are a far better leader than that cowardly, short-sighted swindler who... Cody? So sorry, sir. I shouldn't have overstepped my bounds. I understand your intention, and I'm happy that you think so highly of me, but you never know who could be listening. Besides, the result of the election 2 years ago was entirely legitimate. I can't approve any distortion of the truth. Yes, but I'm sorry. Well, I'm not going to wade into that dispute, but I can see you're a well-connected man, Mr. President. Especially since you were able to arrange this trip for us while spreading word of our 4 SPGs. I guess he did mention Crown Prince Sharid's name earlier. Yeah, and Fawn's. And the professors. Hold on, then the other person who invited us here was...
I'm calling on behalf of Elzheim's Crown Prince, the Kowloon Group's Fawn Lu.
Alright. I would be that individual, yes. I have been acquainted with the Grand Prince Salman and Professor Hamilton since my days in office. I also became acquainted with Elder Guillen of Heyway during those years. However, he is a rather frightening fellow. As such, I opted to consult with his son, Fawn, on this occasion. I see. I totally feel you there. Okay, I think we get how we came to be here now. Still got a big question, though. Why would a former president want to speak with a shady spriggan like me, and why go so far to do it? I can't picture you wanting to hire us for anything, considering your position. It's a fair point. It wouldn't be a very wise decision politically, true. He's not the president anymore. Who cares about his political career? He's just chilling in a hot spring town. Yeah, the current ruling party would absolutely take advantage of it if they found out. It would pose too great a risk. You think he hasn't thought of that?
You are absolutely right. I didn't bring you here to hire you for anything. That said, I'm well aware of the good work you've been doing all over the country. Whether it was in Cray, Longport, Tharbad, or Basel. As you know, all of those surface incidents were caused by Almada. But I believe there are deeper issues they share at their core. It's been 2 years since the war ended. The unprecedented prosperity our country has been blessed with has pushed the problems we have always had into the background. However, they never went away, and their effects are starting to be felt once more.
Well, the Mafia is always going to be a problem. And it's true that Professor Callahan's descent didn't start with them. Jaeger Corps all over have been getting a lot busier lately, as has Marduk. Perhaps you're right that these deeper issues are beginning to rear their ugly heads. And the one who's guided us to this point is... Why does she look so gloomy? Either way, the boost the reparations provided to various fields is coming to an end. Kalvar's real strength is about to be tested. I can't imagine our president hasn't seen this coming either. Monumental change we've seen ain't gonna come without aftershocks, and count on that. To be sure, they're likely to extend beyond the economy and run into the field of technology too. All those suckafoos whining about the immigrants are gonna come crawling out of the woodwork like rats again, huh? Same people whose racially motivated acts of terrorism led to economic crisis a few years ago. That's all worrying to hear.
Worrying, yes, but all of that was also what led me to want to meet with you. We live in highly turbulent times, with countless forces of light and darkness at work in this young republic. But we have you, a group like no other, not heroes of justice like the Guild, nor the CID, who maintains balance on the government's behalf. You work alongside groups on both sides of the moral spectrum, while having your own distinct style all the same. And I can only hope that you will be a powerful force in carving a future for our country.
You're even craftier than I'd heard.
Though it is motivating to have all of that said about you.
I don't know how much I'll be able to help, but I'm here for whatever you need.
As someone who lives and works in this country, I want it to be a peaceful and prosperous one.
Everyone.
Can't help but feel like you're thinking a little too highly of us. But this is one connection I'd wager is well worth having, even if it might bite us back one day.
I'm glad you feel that way. I can see I was right to invite you here after all.
I hope we can have a long and fruitful relationship, Mr. President. We're more than happy to take on jobs for you, providing you bring them in through the back door. And so long as the pay and profile fit our standards, of course.
I am delighted to hear that. May this partnership serve us well, Van Arkwright.